it is. Let me see if, we've been focused so much on that. We actually haven't spoken about any of the other things I'm here trying to speak about, people. Please make sure you've hit that like button and you're subscribed. And you've set your Twitch reminders on as well, people, because Twitch don't let you down, unlike YouTube. So yeah, man, let's get into this. Let's get into this Lacazette stuff. Lacazette's been linked with Atletico Madrid once again. I know, people. It comes out Benzema linked to Man United back in the days when he was at Lyon. He's always linked with them. So for what it's worth, let's look at this, folks, man. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. But let's see what's happening. Atletico set their sights yet again on Arsenal forward Lacazette as Diego Simeone looks to add more competition in attack to boost bid to defend La Liga title. To be fair, at 30 years of age, 15 million, they might take it. And to be fair with you, good team for him. He presses, he does a lot defensively. It'll be a good team for you to be part of, and you'd be joining the defending champions. And who knows if you win it again, but it is what it is. Atletico are set to enter the race to sign Lacazette from Arsenal. As you know, Luis Suarez fired Diego Simeone's side to their first La Liga title in seven years. I'm scrolling down trying to find the relevant parts, people. Their next highest goal scorer was Marcos Llorente with 12 strikes, people. And obviously, João Felix and Angel Correa didn't do much. Moussa Dembele flopped there on loan, and I don't think they're going to go for him again. I'm not too sure Lacazette's a goal scorer like that, but his return is probably better than what you've seen there. Simeone has been a long-term admirer of Lacazette and tried to sign him in the summer of 2017, even agreeing a fee with his then club Lyon. But the move was torpedoed by FIFA slapping Atletico with a transfer ban for illegally signing minors from outside Europe. As you don't know, instead, Lacazette signed for Arsenal for 46/52 million. So that's what it's saying in relation to Lacazette. I don't know what to buy in relation to that, people. Torreira has spoken as well. I'm going to show you the Torreira stuff. Let's get rid of that. I can't lie, I haven't got much time for it. It just seems like there's a lot of talking in relation to Torreira. Let's sort of move out. But I was in a very bad mood. Lucas Torreira opens up on Arsenal struggles. Lucas Torreira has revealed he struggled so much during his second season at the club that he sought the help of a psychologist. And obviously, mental health is real. I don't know if he was struggling off the field, if he was struggling on it, if he was overwhelmed. But I hope he's able to get through it, a lot of that, people. And it must have been tough. He went from being a messiah, from the minute Torreira walks, there was hella chance. We were saying we finally got a quality player, to the next season and what followed. Few could have seen what would happen in relation to Torreira. And it's a long summer. We're not in August yet. Moves will be done. But with Torreira, it seems like there was a lot of noise. His agent made a lot of noise. His dad made a lot of noise. He made a lot of noise. We heard teams from South America, in Italy, France were all interested in him. And it doesn't seem like he's got a move. It seems Xhaka is close to Roma, allegedly. Guendouzi's gone. I can't see much with Torreira, and I really thought Torreira would enhance his reputation, or better yet, remind people how good he is at Atletico. I think the team was set up for him. Now, there has to be a reason why Arteta didn't want to play you, why Emery tried to rub you out, and why, for a defensive midfielder or a combative ball-winning midfielder in a Diego Simeone side, surrounded by South Americans, life of style, way of life more aligned to him in South America or Italy. In terms of style, it was all set up for him at Atletico, and I thought he would be one that would show people, but it didn't work. So there's got to be a reason why, something he needs to answer. It's unfortunate, man, that he's gone through what he's gone through from a mental point of view, and a way, excluding what happened with his mum and things, I do think we might need to look at the mentality of certain players, because he does look like a bit of a, I don't like to say the word soft. But the midfielder says the scars of his time at Arsenal are still present, and that he had to seek help to mentally recover from his second season at the Emirates, as well as the death of his mother in 2020 from COVID-19. Now, sympathies with what's happened to his mother. Of course, that's messed up. A year ago, I'd been working with a psychologist in Spain, because in the second year at Arsenal, I played very little. It was hard for me to assimilate it, because my life depends on football, and when I don't play, I have a very bad time. True, I'm in a very bad mood, and I know things happen, many things happen. That's why I started with him, and he was giving me a hand with that topic. Out there many years ago, they told you, but how are you going to go to a psychologist? Are you crazy? And today it's very important, especially for us who live a lot of situations being away from family. And when my mother's thing happened, I wanted to stop playing football. I wanted to stay in Fray Bentos with my family. I had very little desire to go back to Spain, because I had to stay lonely there. And obviously, what I'm saying and what everyone's saying, we're isolated to what's happened with his mother. You've got extreme sympathy. there's very few things more important than football. Life is. So I can understand it. You know, he feels that he wants to be a man and help and be of refuge. He's also hurt as well. And, you know, you never want anyone to feel like they're alone. And I'd say big up Torreira for being, you know, I know there's a lot being done in relation to male mental health and things, but, you know, there's still a lot of taboo. So shout out to Torreira for first and foremost being man enough to go and get help and stuff. I really rate that sort of stuff, really, you know. It's unfortunate what happened to his mother. Luckily, one of my brothers left with me, but I wanted to be here with my father because he was the one who was suffering the most and the one who was hurt the most by the whole situation. Obviously, he's lost the love of his life and his wife, I don't know for many years. He was always with my mother. They went everywhere together. And today, seeing him alone is a very hard blow that will be difficult to assimilate, and we try to be with him to help him, accompany him, and also hold him so that he does not fall, because now we have to continue for him, and because the most important reason to continue living is always going to be our mother. Fact, she wouldn't want you to stop playing football and them things there. She'd probably tell you to get onto it. But from a sporting point of view, the quicker Torreira's gone, the better, because I am tired of seeing his name in articles and things like that. So that's Lucas Torreira. That's, pardon me, I mean, we don't need to speak on Sol Campbell. Apparently, Arsenal have been linked with Zhao. I can't say his name. You know, Arsenal line-up defender for Teen from Portuguese side with 18-year-old available for 1 million. I'm sure he's played at a Euros before and under 18, and well, not under 18. I'm not sure the age, but I'm sure he's played at a youth tournament, if I can remember, and he's quite good 1v1 and quite rapid, but I don't know anything else past that. The 18-year-old is allegedly available for around 100 million and is seen as a long-term prospect by the Gunners. I mean, you sign an 18-year-old for £1 million, whether he makes it here or not, he can go and develop. And obviously, he was the youngest player to ever play in the Premier League at 16 years of age in 122 days. So, again, you can't write him off. But what's happened from doing that at 16 to being available for £1 million? Is this a contract thing or is there anything else? He made his debut in 2019 against Benfica. His career has stalled. He's made 5 further appearances, 3 from the bench. I told you he's played for Portugal's under-19s. You know, he's got a lot of versatility, as you lot can see. Everton, Southampton and Newcastle were interested in signing a then 16-year-old. Juventus were looking at him, but it never materialized into anything. So that's that in relation to you know, the young lad. But I'm all open for it, you know. Not everyone needs to make it. If he can come here, make us an honest buck, why not, really and truly? Torreira, sorry, people. Just throwing that there. And obviously, you know, Zakaria. Now, I like Zakaria, but let me, in fact, before I offer my opinions, Arsenal and Gladbach 5 million apart in negotiations to bring midfielder to the Emirates. I mean, last Swiss international we signed from Gladbach, how did that work out? But for me, I would say no to Zakaria. I like Zakaria, I wanted him, but, you know, I don't think he's developed enough. Like, I think he's really improved in the last 18 months per se, but same way I think he's stagnated. I don't think he's good enough on the ball to play for a team that's trying to be a top club. I think with Lokonga, we can keep it moving. You know, if he's available for pennies, why not? But I would probably leave it. I don't think he's progressed to the level I want. And there's a lot of players we're going to have to work with and teach from an individual point of view, much less the collective. And I think we should just leave Zakaria alone. Arsenal have been told how much they'll have to pay to sign Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Arsenal have been given the go-ahead to strike a deal with Zakaria. Now, unfortunately, he's tested positive for COVID. He has not tried to extend his deal, and his club are trying to sell him. So we have to take these rumours with a pinch of salt. The reported noted of the Gunners' interest being reported on comments from Gladbach chief Max Earlbau, who appears to admit defeat in his efforts to tie Zakaria down to a new contract. With Dennis, we have been trying to extend his contract since November. Sorry, people. Round 2 of them flies. My window is open. You better fuck off from my smoothie. Dennis and his management told us pretty clear they would prefer a transfer this summer. So they've got a player. They're trying to get top money for him, people. Allegedly, they're holding out for 25.6 million and we're willing to pay 20.5. And I mean, I'd be open to taking him, you know. But there's got to be a reason Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Arsenal have all stayed clear of him after being linked. And I think it's because he's struggling for consistency. I don't think he plays well enough for the whole 90. I think his passing has improved, but there's a lot more to go to it. But he is a good player and I wouldn't mind him for a cut price fee, but I wouldn't be trying to pay them 25.6 million based on what I saw at the Euros, based on how I think he's played this season, based on the fact that he's not got long left on his contract. It doesn't make sense, people. It really does not make any sense. So we'll have to we'll have to see what happens in that regards. Also, as well, people, our favorite one ear pod Donny, Arsenal assistant Albert Stevenberg. Apparently, he's left his role at Wales. You know, he was on the bench for the Euros. He kind of replaced Ryan Giggs in that regards. He has left his role in the Welsh footballing national team to focus wholeheartedly on Arsenal. So good on him. Arsenal assistant. Oh, parts is what we'll call that. Parts. Yeah, we'll leave that at that, really and truly. But yeah, that's what we had to speak about. Grealish is a dream, but for me, Maddison over Odegaard. Odegaard is closer to Emil Smith-Rowe, but Maddison is something different for me. Come on. Keep pushing the likes. I didn't rate Odegaard until I saw the second half of the West Ham game. He absolutely bossed it, was elite. Joe Willock should be sold and Nathan should be sold better for dear future. Okay. Well, right now, I've actually just got a banana pause in there, some strawberries, some berries, couple cherries, mangoes, kiwis, maca powder, honey. I don't think I'm missing anything else out. That's it. Two very different players, but I'd rather I can't say his name, Grealish. You know, the guy that was at the team that Reece Nelson was on loan. I'd rather him, and he had a decent Euros if I can remember. Zakaria, best athlete, meaty footballer. Listen, on ability, Torreira can do a job here, but he's not. It's not worked out in it. Like he's not on it. So just keep it moving. Go somewhere else. Because we heard you struggled to adapt to the way of life off the field. You went to Spain. You got bare South American, man. You know, and it didn't work, man. Steve said, DG, I just made this 566 like, bro. Why are people underrating Willock? Torreira's not good enough for Arsenal. Disagreed that Torreira's not good enough, but mentally he's not with this. I think if anything, people are overrating Joe Willock nowadays, personally. But yeah, man, he can do a job. He can have a future here, but not everyone's got to, man. He's not a wonder kid no more, man. Man's 23 years of age, bro. In any walk of life, if you're 22, 23, you're not calling yourself a kid again. He's not a kid anymore. It's now time to start doing things. A man said, and a hint of fly spray. You got to get the fly spray in there, man. Odegaard is a quality player. Why are Arsenal fans so ungrateful? We have no European football and are a joke. The fact we have attracted anyone is remarkable. Food for thought there. Pass on Torreira. We need players that are 100% committed to the club. There are many options out there we can go and get to improve the team. I think with Lokonga and Partey, at least El Nene for a year, whether I want it to or not, Torreira's, you know, within his rights to keep it moving, really and truly. People, I'm very appreciative of it. We're at 605 likes. Stop cutting onions, man. Out of Reece, Maitland-Niles and Willock, who has the higher ceiling in your opinion? Well, I would have said it was Nelson. I still think it's Nelson, but Willock's doing the business right now, so probably Willock. You know, Maitland now still needs to define himself in midfield. Willock just needs a platform, and I think Nelson just needs some confidence. So I'd say Nelson. I think Joe Willock surprises a few people, so part of me wants to say him. I'll go with what I thought when they were all youth, man, so I'll go with Nelson still, but it's all about realised potential, man. Bear man got potential. It's about realising it, or it's a myth. But Torreira don't want to be here, bro. Torreira don't want to be here. Do you think Unai ruined Torreira? To a degree, because it was bewildering how it became a 10. But then Arteta's came. Think about it logically. If I'm telling you I'm a left back, man are playing me left wing, right wing, and I'm not excelling, but you as a new manager, you come in and you can see that I am a left back. Play me there. So there's got to be a reason why Emery, Arteta, and Simeone all didn't really fuck with you like that. And Emery, based off the last season, there's got to be some smoke with the fire. There's no smoke without fire, better yet. There's got to be. Why I don't understand what Emery. My opinion, Emery, you're bugging out. Arteta, I don't know why you're not using him. You know, I back Torreira against Emery more than Arteta as much as and Arteta more so than what I've said. But then I look at it, I'm like Simeone, right? Like he was talking about playing you with Partey, the system, the culture off the field, the South American man, and you're speaking Spanish. You know, you got a manager who looks like he, you know, if there was ever a manager that Torreira or someone that Torreira's skill set had, Simeone, I thought everything was set up. So what, you know, you've won the league title, but why did you go there and you've not played? Why were you being kept out of the team? What were you doing that the others weren't? What were the others doing that you weren't? What did they have over you? You know, because I'm sure opinions are opinions. It can't always been a tactical fit. I know there's rumors that, oh, because we snaked Partey, they were always going to do this, but they've paid for Torreira on loan. So that's a typical case of cutting off your nose to spite your face, because they could say, oh, we're decreasing Torreira, but you paid for him. You know, I genuinely thought Torreira was going to do a mad thing. People are going to be remembered how good of a player he is and what he has. And I still rate him a lot as a footballer. On ability, he stays. I'm Torreira's biggest fan. Go and check all them vids. But he's not with this Arsenal team. You know, the only good performances I've seen from him is speaking online and speaking to papers and angling for moves. Man, I don't want to be here. Keep it moving. Unless I don't believe in any, I ain't begging no one for nothing, but you know, I would get someone else to beg the Messis, the Neymars. These are the only players that, you don't want to leave your club. Everyone else, bro, you can keep it moving. As great as you are, great players don't come again. So great players don't come around often. Good players are always there. You know, simple as that for me, anyways. But we'll have to see. He did lose his mum to COVID, but way before that, you know, there was a lot of chatting. Please stop spamming. Any spamming, you're gone. Sorry, my guy. Too much spamming. Nah, man. I do think Zakaria over the last 18 months, his passing has improved, but it's still median. It's stagnant. He's not progressed to the level. You just have to, till something happens, it's a myth. That's it. You just need soldiers, man. Jimmy, I don't think you're listening, because way before the whole mother thing happened, there was a lot of chatting. Please listen. Please stop spamming. You're just going to get blocked. Listen, I have no divine right to answer you specifically. I actually don't think we need Odegaard. Fair play. I'd love for you to back up your reasoning, because I think if it's not Odegaard, you need someone else. We're moving, man. We're making progress still, man. The engagement over last week, I'm still buzzing off last week. Engagement levels are still crazy, man. I appreciate it. We're still moving, man. For me, if we were playing a game tomorrow, you hear a lot of talk about Cedric is playing well in training and all these sort of things. I stopped listening to people playing well in training when that was all I had to say about Willian. But for me, it's Callum Chambers, and you know, I'd give it Callum Chambers and Maitland. You know, if Maitland wants to do it, you and Callum Chambers fight it out. Me personally, I want a next right back, but I'm starting to move to the thinking of we're not going to get a fullback. Buy it, man. What's the point getting him on loan? You might as well buy him, bro. You might as well buy him. Toby, I've already offered my thoughts on Tammy Abraham to Arsenal. Please go and check out my previous content, please. Just go and check it out, because I won't be doing you justice, because I can't remember everything I had to say. Trust. I'm not too sure on the keeper, if I'm completely honest with you. I'd have to sit down and speak, man. You know, I'd rather Leno stay than some of the options we might have to. I can't lie. I'd rather Leno stay than bring in Onana and Neto and these sort of guys. The keepers I want, it's a scouting thing. I don't think they're name brand. The name brand keepers, I don't think we can afford. You know, I wouldn't even mind if it came to it grabbing a Kasper Schmeichel, but you're not leaving Leicester for Arsenal like without a fight. And I don't think Kasper is. You know, I know keepers got to play out from the back, but I just think when Arsenal are looking for these things, we find guys that can play football, but they can't do the rest. Like, big up the Twitch gang, man. We all play well in training, but it's during matches where people get ripped a new one. Trust. Sam Johnson's decent, but man, second choice and them things they could do his thing. I mean, the goals for Arsenal has to be Europe. Like, there's nothing else. Like, Europe and above. So what man have to be doing? Man said only Madison by Madison. Stop spamming, though. Unfortunately, you're gone, man. I see spam. You're gone, brother. It's unfortunate, man, because I see some long-term viewers, but there's rules are rules. Stop fucking spamming, bro. It's not hard, like. It's not hard. Thoughts on Pedri? If you follow my content, I can't stop talking about Pedri. To call him a baller is an understatement. I'd take Johnson over Ramsdale because of the price. Would you choose Lokonga or Willock to take Ceballos minutes? Well, we bought Lokonga. You might as well just play him in it. Where do you think Arsenal will finish if they get their signings right? You have more of a chance of finishing in the top 4/Europe. Anything else has to be down to Arteta and these players being competent, confident, and consistent over a 38-game period. Personally, that's how I feel. You know, signings is just half the job. Nelson needs a loan. Sorry, needs a loan. Pepe and Saka are our best players, and Martinelli needs to play when they don't. Nelson needs a loan like Maitland-Niles had to see if he can be the dude. I think he just needs confidence, like Chelsea's Hudson-Odoi. Just needs a bit of confidence. Gavi's a baller, the 16-year-old. I didn't miss anything. You know, if I've missed it, I've missed it, bro. Are you paying me to chat to you? Are you the only one in this live chat? There's 767. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but it's a pet peeve of mine when people act like I'm some dog at their service, bro. Man's not. You think man's just here to answer your question? Didn't miss anything. Like, it's gone. It's in the sea. There's a bag of people asking questions. How come we done the dance of this media mentality in this club? Needs some big changes in the house. Trust me. Bro, what they're doing to Pedri is a madness. Olympics, Euros, mad season at Barca, needs a break, and then he'll be back playing an even more madder around the fixtures. Would you rather... Eddie will never make it. He's made it as a footballer already, man. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. He's the real winner. I reckon Xhaka's out the door, but he ain't gone yet. Big up, DG. Would you rather sign a striker and sell Lacazette or sign a right back? Well, right now, we need a right back in it. Like, it's going to be a hell of an operation selling Lacazette, and you're not going to get proper peas. Would you sell Eddie and keep Balogun for backup? Eddie's gone. Like, Eddie should be gone. Like, he's not. He said, I'm not signing a new deal. You're letting 15 million go out the door, which is meaty for Arsenal. Go and get that. Go and get that. I think Zakaria and Partey is too meaty in midfield, man. You're demanding Partey to be the passer, and Zakaria is a bit meaty, like, in that regard. Listen, I'll take Keylor Navas, but they're them keepers I hate. He's better than what we've been linked with. He's a quality keeper, but I don't like them keepers. I like my keepers to know their keepers. I don't really like these eccentric dons. Pedri will go down as one of the best Spanish midfielders ever. Deluded Gooner. Facts. Big up US. I don't normally make them statements there, big statements. So when I do, I believe in it, and I do believe that's the destiny for Thingy, man. They're demanding little divas on here. Pattern up, bro. Trust me. Where does Eddie go from here? Go start your career, I'd say to Eddie. Go somewhere where you can play consistently and show yourself. There's got to be a reason you ain't really had it at Arsenal. You went to Leeds. It didn't happen. Go somewhere you can learn your craft, you know. You're not going to get it here. Because unless you get into the team, go on one of them real purple patches where you can't be dropped, you're not getting minutes here. I'm giving your minutes to Martinelli. I want to see if Balogun's like you or he's better. I want to see what Balogun can do, you know. Go and do that. If push comes to shove, I'm exploring the Pepe through the middle and all of these sort of things, man. Big up you tuning in from Australia, bro. Hope there's a turnaround in the site at our club, because waking up for every match at unholy hours for nothing but L's is wearing thin. Big up to all the international gooners there, man, because it's a madness for you lot, isn't it? Like, it's you doing you lot dirty, man. Well, he needs to just go somewhere, whether that's a lower Prem side or the Championship or abroad, where you're part of the squad, like you're a proper first team or rotation option. You're a fringe player at Arsenal. You're only going to be used if worse comes to worse. Saying that, Arteta does like you, but you're not going to get it, man. It's not going to happen. I don't know what Arsenal's transfer budget is, man. When you find out, let me know, though. I don't know why Edu ain't brought no Brazilian kids. Same way I don't know why Arteta ain't brought through some Spanish underrated guys and that. There's got to be an ex-Pedri or someone out there like that. Same way I'm looking at them, I'm like, bro, what's going on with the midfield? Like, you're both midfielders. You're signing duds, excluding Lokonga and Partey, and there's inconsistencies there. Boy.